Hey, what's going on, guys? So today I wanted to talk about Space Ghost number one. This is a cartoon, a very action-packed cartoon, as well as a funny TV series where they basically interview people, and it's just, they take all the villains, all the little characters, and they use it to make comedy. But this is a more serious approach to the character. What we know of, it's that action basis of what Space Ghost is, and the Space Ghost that I think is really awesome. And what they did with this is they introduce us as if no one knows who Space Ghost is. And I think that is brilliant because a lot of people don't even know him for this show specifically. They know him from Coast to Coast, the comedy sketch type of show. And yeah, what they do is they start off with the two kids from the series called Jane and Jace. So those are your two main characters besides Space Ghost. And you also have Blip. Blip is like this science experiment type deal. It's about a monkey that can learn faster than most animals. And yeah, it's like the secret, and the planet gets invaded, and while they're getting invaded, well, their dad is dead and they're off to defend themselves, and they're kind of like scared off, and so they see space ghosts coming while they're getting invaded. So not only do you have like these aliens coming, but you have this mysterious character, and throughout it they're having to basically try and protect themselves, and they're just very frightened and scared. uh, what it shows is it shows that Space Ghost is pretty cool. The writing is not insane here. All you really need to know is that you get introduced to who Space Ghost is, the, basically an origin type ordeal to it, to all the characters so far. I'm sure there's way more. We still got villains to come. I don't know much about the villains, but this is excellent. So all you need to know about is Jan and Jace, as well as the monkey pet Blip, and of course Space Ghost. That's really it. You look at the alien species, they have the ones that are two brothers. They're ongoing villains. I do forget the name of those characters specifically, just because it just wasn't too memorable to me. Uh, I think it's all right for what it is. Is this like the book of all time? No. I will say beforehand, and I don't think this is too early to say, but this will be like pretty good. At least I'll say it's at least a CB, like C plus, B minus book, if I had to say. But it is coming from Dynamite, not to put down. I'm sure they put out other good stories. It's just this one, it's not the worst. It's not the best in the world. But for cartoon book, it's probably gonna be better off than Thundercats for sure. I would say this rocks Thundercats quite a bit, just because they took a more serious approach that isn't just so derpy and so like recycled. We're actually getting something out of this. But yeah, I glad I got this cover. The Matina's cool, but this one just really shows Space Ghost as a character really well. I guess it kind of has a marveled, which I don't really care for much. I'm just about the story more or less, because I've been wanting to read a cartoon book. I'm like, dang, there's like no new cartoon books coming out. Space Ghost came out, so yeah, I would say it's like an actual like I guess I'd rated it letter wise. It's more like a 7. I would say like a 7, 6.8. And that's not bad, it's just meant to be like a little fun book, and it's trying to introduce you to Space Ghost, because a lot of the people that pick this up, they're just gonna get it for the cover. I think it's a good starting place though. Don't expect like a lot out of it. I think it's very short for what it is too. That's the whole thing. It's short. I mean, what can I say? You're paying for the cover, and you're paying for like a little small story. I think anything else to come in this second issue will be, I think it'll be worth it compared to what we get here. So Space is of course going to team up with the two kids and their pet monkey, or I guess it is their pet. It's it's technically an experiment, but now they're pet monkey. So yeah, there's that. Besides that, get ready for Powerpuff Girls coming out. Coming out this year. I forgot when, but a couple months I say. Anyway, guys, tell me what your thoughts are. I think this is a read. It's definitely a read. I wouldn't sit there and say, "Oh, don't read this." No, I do think you need to, read this if you're a Space Ghost fan, grew up with it, or if you're just looking to get something in your collection that has a really nice cover. There's always that too. You can enjoy just the art. That's the beauty of it. But the stories, you get the bonus with it. You know what I mean? The real meat and bones is the story. Now for this one, it's got to be the cover. It's worth more than the story to me. Honesty. So before I keep blabbing on and going back and forth, I have that midnight brain. Anyway, stay safe, guys. Love you, and peace.